So now we come to the Elvis of stunts, the wheelie. Strangely addictive and very, very cool to look at, as you'll see. See, it doesn't matter what you're on, you're only gonna look like the daddy.
There are two methods of getting the front wheel up, and that's either by grabbing a fistful of throttle or alternatively by using a spot of clutch finesse to help matters along. And it's the clutch method we'll be looking at today. The throttle method may be easier to learn, but the clutch method will stand you in far better stead for progressing your wheelies once you've got beyond basic technique.
There are a couple of things you're going to want to get set straight first, however, and these are to keep two fingers, your inside two fingers, on the clutch lever only. Leave the other two on the bar. That'll help you keep the bike travelling in a straight line once the front wheel's in the air. The other thing to do is to always make sure your right foot is covering the back brake lever. Now, if you're building up things gently, it's very unlikely you're going to loop your bike. But if things do get a little bit sky high, then it's good to be in the habit of keeping your foot over the brake, because a dab of that will bring you back down again.
Now we're ready to rumble. Trundle along in first gear at about 15 to 20 mile an hour, and as you start to accelerate as if you were pulling away briskly, pull the clutch in for a sudden extra few thousand revs and bang it back out again. With a little practice, just like stoppies, there's no secret formula, you just have to get a feel for what works. This extra dose of power will ultimately start to lift the front wheel off the tarmac.
Once you've got that front wheel lifting even just a fraction, you're well on your way. All that's needed from here is time, patience and practice, and before long you'll be running it right the way through first gear on the back wheel. After this, you're going to want to know how to change gear while you're up there so that you can prolong your pleasure.
Well, once you've got the bike up and settled in first gear, snick it straight into second before the revs get too high. Change up with the needle in the red and you run a serious risk of flipping your bike. You're far better off doing this in the mid-range. Don't use the clutch, just back off the throttle ever so slightly and lift that gear lever. You'll find to start with that the front will probably come straight back down again as soon as you hit second, but in time you'll get the hang of it, and time is the key here. From there, the sky's the limit.
So there you have it. There's nothing here that a half-trained chimpanzee couldn't learn given the time, inclination and a little bit of space. Fair enough, it might cost you a little bit in terms of tyres, brake pads, head bearings, but if you're into it, it will be well worth it. And you'll discover a whole new dimension to your riding that you never even knew existed. Oh, I nearly forgot. We haven't covered the humble burnout. They're dead simple. Ignition on. Start the motor, into gear, loads of brake.